Start a deck.
Start a deck with this Chandra token.
Can we start a deck with? Okay, I won't let you start a deck with a booster pack. That's fine.
It'd be a strong deck. Like,
Yeah.
man, I just drew 15 cards. Sweet.
Play basic land. Go 14 in hand. We're good. But yes, Magic Origins Limited is what we're here for today. They've announced a couple of upcoming events that are of interest to me. They're bringing back Rise of the Eldrazi drafts again before the new Zendikar because you want to show off your Eldrazi before the new Eldrazi show.
Wait, shouldn't they bring back Zendikar draft?
They really should. Like
we've not only have we recently-ish had Eldrazi draft, but we haven't had Zendikar.
I actually think they're kind of what's the word? They're not happy with the Zendikar limited format and don't want to try and show it off, I suppose.
That'd be fair because they're the haves and have-nots, and that thing that you have or have not is called Trusty Machete.
Yep.
You'll get chopped down by like Kraken hatchlings with it, or really any given creature.
Yep. And then they also announced one other thing I find quite interesting. The 2-player Phantom Sealed Legacy Cube.
Man, that's a lot of words.
How does
that work?
You enter Thunderdome, and you both get handed 6 packs of Legacy Cube to build a sealed deck with, and then play against each other.
Oh! It's not a team event. Okay.
No, it's literally a 2-player.
Right. When I saw 2-player, I'm like, oh, so you form a team? How do team play and gathering online? How could that possibly work? But.
Nope, it's literally a 2-man enter, 1-land leaves sort of like Phantom Sealed for Legacy Cube, which I have no idea how like.
This is a format designed around a spreadsheet function that determined how to destroy the most value. Like this is the specific niche that we are not exploiting.
Right.
So this combines all of it. There's like we need phantom points to go away.
Right. Where can we destroy those?
People aren't playing enough Legacy Cube. Wait, season 9? How are there seasons of this?
Well, those actually refer to the.
The competitive limited season.
Yes.
Okay.
They refer to the
so
QPs.
You can get QPs for lots of different events. I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
So what it is that the season 9 points feed into an event that the format of the event is Phantom Cube Sealed. So they were like, well, if we're going to run an event with this format, we should like let players play it before the event. Like ever.
All right. Good job, sumo wrestling. The event you have qualified for is marathon running.
I hope you're ready. Yeah. So, looking for the 8-4, looking for the Origins, looking for 2 event tickets, 3 boosters, and we're gonna fight Cyber Bobo.
Cyber Bobo.
It's
decent.
Yes.
So yeah, I have a like half new computer now. That's pretty good. It's a lot of me forgetting what I need to install.
Have you had a chance at all to like stress test it or anything like that, like actual load game
yet.
or?
Nope, haven't done anything like that yet.
Okay.
It's not Windows 10 yet. People are asking me if it's Windows 10, but yeah. So far, I'm up to 8 restarts. So that's what the count.
Okay, you can't restart again. That's my number.
I know. Like the next one I do will be number 8, and I can see it waiting.
Oh, it's sitting there. All right, so we opened a rare. That certainly is.
Oh, haha!
Aha.
That's unplayable.
Hell, how many
about-
Liliana cards can we have in one pack? How about...
Man, all this is kind of garbage. Can we first pick Dragon Fodder? I kind of like the black-red tokens sacrifice kind of plan. I think Celestial Flare is too committed to first pick.
Yeah.
Or maybe since it's the only white card here, we'll just know that we're in white.
That was actually the reason I was looking at it, was
Yeah.
because it's removal and the only white card.
And also, we'll know that it wasn't taking up the place of anything else. Like, I am serious. I am almost asking you to, like, pick Dragon Fodder over this, and if I look at that later and like, well, that's a missing Dragon Fodder, I think I'll still be okay with that.
Yeah, this is... I think I like the fact that this cuts white entirely. Leaf Gilder, I think, would also be a pretty passable choice. Oh, what's this rare?
It's a Grizzly Bear with Renown. Done.
Wow. Well, let me put it this way, though. Grizzly Bear with Renown, still pretty good in this format. It's a bear, you know? But, like, on the more, like, cards I'm looking at, we have, quite literally a Beetleback Chief that gives you 2 flyers. You know. And we also have another Celestial Flare.
We'll get that on the wheel. No one wants that. There are also 2 excellent white cards. Well, I don't know about excellent, but solid. Both of those 2 are solid.
Like, if you get this Renowned, which, hey, unblockable. Target creature can't be blocked. Oh, look. The combo with Renown. So, yeah, like, if we can get back maybe, like, the Knight of Pilgrim's Road, we probably don't get the rare back because somebody picks it just based on it being, like, a foil rare.
I mean, blue-white is the Flyers theme. Like, every 2-color combination has a very transparent theme about it in uncommons. Here we see Zendikar Incarnate, which is the one they're like, we ran out of ideas for themes, so this one just is a 4-mana 4/4 and gets huge.
Yeah. So here, looking at the theme then,
I really like Scrapskin Drake. I don't know why everyone's so down on it every time to see it. I've seen like a couple of the Channel Fireball guys drafts, a couple of your guys drafts, and there's always something to pick over Scrapskin Drake, and I'm sad about it because I think that guy's great.
Yeah, I specifically, I think the last time I was drafting with Mike and we passed a Scrapskin Drake, we picked a Dreadwaters because the deck was... I'm making head bobbing motions because I don't know how else to...
The other thing we're passing up is the Cleric of the Forward Order.
Ooh. Removal or like
Grizzly Bear.
One of the best bears in the format. Because like if this gets in, which if you're on the play it can pretty easily, you know.
Okay, the case against claustrophobia involves there being a lot of like cheapo sacrifice effects. Like both red and black can just like sack their stuff away.
Right, but even if I force them to sack their best guy, I force them to pass.
Yeah.
Sack their best guy. These are
okay. If you pick claustrophobia, then I get to pretend that we're not really in white, and that kind of makes me excited.
Right, that's maybe more interesting.
But really, no, like Whirler Rogue itself is enough of a reason to be in blue, so claustrophobia is fine.
I'm good with having playables in there. And we can continue the blue with Watercourser.
We can also begin our murder!
Wait, look at this combo.
Oh, hold on. Equal to its power. Oh. Thought I was about to say toughness, and
No.
I'd be like, Slyo, what are you telling?
No, no, no. Just who murdered the water courser? It was you, water courser. You murdered yourself.
Boys are ruling a suicide. Ah, well, maybe stick around and attack that wizard. I honestly hope we don't play murder investigation. But there's veteran sidearm that rare guy could have fetched up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. There's Victor.
Victor. On non-Victor cards, we have Fairy Miscreant and Magnetic Insight and like Pilgrimage.
You know, Magmatic Insight is like never having to say you're sorry about Mana Flood.
Right.
That's not. It doesn't quite do the job of the other, like the rare version of it. Yeah, I like Victor here too.
Yeah.
As much as I like flying men in like most any given set, this set is full of Thopters.
Which is odd because this is the first flying man I think is fine, mostly because it tricks me with these last three words. Look
Yeah,
at
it's
those.
still it has extra text.
They hid some text on it.
We have active treason.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Hell,
Turn
like
to frog.
yeah, actually, Turn to Frog is probably the best one here. Like
It's
I'm also
almost a legit card. Both of those are almost legitimate.
well, we could. Yeah, I like Turn to Frog. I was actually looking at the Wolf, but that's more my. One of the things that's really important in this format is your two. Like, there are very few quality 2-drops for each color. But the frog is good here. Like this. This is what we would call a pretty quality 2-drop because of the prowess.
Hey, prowess theme. Yeah.
Yeah, we can kung fu this. Look, he knows kung fu. Okay.
Don't be rude, Valerian. Hold up. What?
Oh my God. Okay,
This guy is bullying Jace. I love him.
Yeah, there's in the Jace story. There's a mage bullying Jace. You should. Yeah, yeah.
I have to check that out. Okay, so Bellows Lizard is like pick Ring Warden now already.
Yeah.
I was about to call Bellows Lizard a piker
Oddly
because
enough,
you play it on 2 as a 2/1.
I really like this card in this set. It's done a lot of work in the couple times I've gotten to play with multiple copies. But absolutely the owl. Like that's not even a. That's such a good flyer.
Man, like Infectious Bloodlust Auramancer has to be a thing.
Yeah, the one time we got to play with it, we had. Okay, so none of that white came back, and that's fine. I'm probably just gonna take like.
Maritime Guard is a decent 2. I would understand Deep Sea Terror as well.
Yeah.
He's
just the big
one big beefy finish him off kind of guy. However, if we keep our costs low, might be able to play a 16 land deck and have a bunch of tiny things.
Well, let's go ahead and pick up Send to Sleep, which was likely not making the deck unless we're very, like... This card without the Spell Mastery is not very good.
The circumstance under which I can imagine playing Send to Sleep is if you have that guy who's like, when you target a thing, you keep it.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Because that's kind of absurd.
Let's go ahead and grab, like, the bad card draw spell, but if we have the Whirler Rogue, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, we have, like...
I don't see any of the blue-red artifact theme, so we might end up being, like, Barf the blue-red, except with no Thopters.
Well, here's the thing. If we didn't see the blue-red artifact theme, that means the people that were passing to us were playing it, and we're passing to them, so we get to cut them this pack.
Hey.
You know, also we get to pick, I was going to say we get to pick Gaia's Revenge, but there's also Scab Clan Berserker in here.
Okay, Berserker. Whenever an opponent gets renowned, or prowess, Then, oh, okay.
There's also...
That sounds good. Ravaging Blaze. Okay, it's Blaze, except it is Blaze.
Yeah, you can't, like, specifically target a player with it, but it becomes Searing Blaze. There's also Separatist Void Mage, which is, like, yeah, it's a format. Yeah, I know, like, Mistraven makes this look like chump, but this card's, like...
This is kind of rough. I like Scab Clan Berserker and Ravaging Blaze quite a bit.
Yeah.
Another foil rare that we have to pass. Man, so much value.
I know.
Just going away. 3 is kind of an awkward spot. I think Ravaging Blaze has a better chance of functioning.
I'm gonna grab this.
I don't know what Scab Clan Berserker is. Okay, we'll just pick this one over claustrophobia, I guess.
I guess is it this or claustrophobia?
Let's just pick this. I want to play with it.
Sure. Other cards in here. There's Cruel Revival, which is a reprint from Onslaught. Other cards in here. There's your Dragon Fodder.
Yay!
Which...
See, it's a spell that's also creatures.
Yeah.
How great is that for spell mastery and prowess?
Yeah. I feel like at the end it is a card we would wish we would have, but I still don't feel bad trying the Celestial Flare. Yeah, let's pick the...
Yeah, that Celestial Flare could be a Dragon Fodder.
Ah! That completely changes how cards get passed downstream, and you can't really...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would love to hit somebody with this. This would be nice.
Thopter's Spy Network.
If you control an artifact at the beginning of your upkeep, this is Bitter Blossom.
Whenever one or more artifact creatures... Yo! God!
Yes! Yes! So we want to find the Thopter things very badly. We want artifacts, even like Guardian Automaton on the wheel, just so we have something
suddenly
to trigger.
He's awesome. Like, Meteorite, Hell Veteran Sidearm.
Yeah. Hell, I'm still hoping Mage Ring makes it back around because, like...
Oh, man.
But...
I didn't realize Chandra was up against something that powerful in her little story.
Right? Yeah, this is the whole spy network that she's fighting. How do you stop that? I guess, yeah, we want Alchemist.
I turned him into the good guys. That's how I stopped him.
Right, you can't stop the spy network. What else do we get on this time around? It's probably Separatist Void Mage looking at this pretty quickly, but...
Ooh, Foundry of the Consoles, though.
Yeah.
Separatist Void Mage has got to be the pick.
Right, like... Again, it's Mistraven makes Separatist Void Mage look like a chump, but Mistraven makes many things look like a chump. You know? Darksteel Citadel's in M15, not this set. Yeah, other cards, Fire Fiend Elemental, which if you can hit with a Renown becomes... Like, if you can sneak it through, it's pretty beefy. I'd love to see this come back around. I'm really hoping that we can, like, kind of... Pack 3 is going to be kind of unkind to us, I think, so we need this pack to make things work. Okay, so you want to make an owl look like a chump. Here's how you make an owl look like a chump.
Man, we have to pass up an Aspiring Aeronaut, too.
I know, but also there's an owl with it in the pack. Which is, like, literally there's absolutely no...
That's rarity for you, folks.
He grants endless wishes as long as you always wish for a blade. That's all you can wish for, is more swords. Yeah, I would like the Aspiring Aeronaut here, but this is just...
Okay, good. Rewind back to the part where I was hemming and hawing over possibly getting that sea serpent wannabe
Mm-hmm.
and being like, yeah, now that'll be our finisher. That'll be our top end. Well, now we have a good one actually.
Right. Okay. So there's. Ha.
There's a card that doesn't do anything. There's Sigiled Starfish, which is decent, and
Yeah.
Aspiring Aeronaut, which I actively want.
Right. I think it's these two here. This would also be passable in the wheel. I hope it comes back. I guess the question is, how much do we want, like, Sigiled Starfish for holding the fort and finding our good cards, whereas Aspiring Aeronaut is, like, one of the cards we want to find?
How about the Starfish based on the fact that it's a 2?
That's kind of what I was thinking, especially because, like, this is a Maritime Guard, and I really don't want to play it.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
so Starfish isn't an artifact, but Scry every turn is going to find us an artifact, right?
Yo, Flame Shadow Conjuring freaking rules in the blue-red deck.
Ooh.
Like, imagine copying your Separatist Void Mage and attacking for 2, or your Whirler Rogue or Enthralling Victor. Seriously.
I'm willing to pick this up because, like, really it's 2 cards. It's Volcanic Rambler and Fairy Miscreant. Hell.
We can make Fairy Miscreant function. Hooray.
Fairy Miscreant is a 2-mana 2/2 flyer that draws you a card and has haste on half of it. Okay. So, let me... Sphinx's Tutelage is a mill card that functions.
Oh.
So, not only is it, like, incredibly quick on how fast it mills, it also has looting on it, which means, like, in the late game, you're cool. It's also probably better than any of the other...
Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty neat. You know what? It'll also trigger prowess, so...
Right.
Deal.
And we have, like, a couple cards now that prowess we care about. And also, if you pick things like Magnetic Insight that draws 1 billion cards into Sphinx's Tutelage, it's like you're building a constructed deck.
Yep. It's probably the front runner for what to pick here.
It's Chandra's
Again,
Fury.
Send to Sleep gets a nod in case you have the one rare wizard dude.
Mm-hmm.
But hell, we have Whirler Rogue as the combo for that, and you're unblockable, and you're unblockable.
I'm willing to play Tormenting Voice at 1 mana.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, our mill theme. It's here. Yes.
Oh.
Blue Piker. Zombie.
Top 2 cards of your library.
Oh. Mm.
It's still Piker.
Bellows Lizard? No, he's kind of a Piker.
I feel like I'd rather have the actual Piker rather than the one that's going to want, like, investment out of me.
Tap all of your lands for the lizard.
These 2 cards here are pretty interesting. Do I want Send Sleep too, or do I just want to, like, grab Bounding Crisis?
How about grab Bounding Crisis in case, like, green becomes super great and we have to ditch?
Yeah,
I would hate. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you know what? It's an artifact.
Yeah.
Snag that Demolish before No Mitten sees it.
Yep, just hide it under this mountain. Okay, so we've got blue main, red secondary, but I'm happy with the red as secondary because a number of the cards are like, yo.
Oh, that has too much text.
Well, alright. So
Spell. I see.
a lot of things.
That looks like it would be difficult to make work. And there's a Jessian Thief right there.
Yep. I guess here's a important thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instants and sorceries.
That's alright. I guess you don't have to activate it all the time. Just kind of like threaten tiny monoleague.
Yeah.
Still feel like that's asking for a lot to come together. And we don't have dragon fodder.
I'm the blue player, and it's just like, let's just not pick. I'm gonna.
Let's just not pick the blue mythic rare because it demands too much.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Oh, it's that guy.
Oh, right, this card's in this set.
Oh, jeez. All right. Scraps and Drake it is.
Yeah, there's also.
Our conclusion is also kind of cool. You have like lots of tokens.
Yep. Yes, we have noticed that Ravaging Blaze only goes to creatures unless you have spell mastery. It's that's why I said it was like Searing Blaze. Yeah, I guess, do we want the worst removal spell in the world?
It looks all right. I mean,
versus the scrap skin Drake.
I think I would probably rather have the Drake. So we'll be lacking in 2s, but our 3s will be great.
I still think we need some more artifacts going on. Like, we don't have enough yet, and I want this Thopter spy network to function. Well, I could get a second copy of Sphinx's Tutelage and then go to town that way, which...
That sounds better than Bonded Construct.
Yeah. Especially, yeah. What if we're just like the Miltech? And
the aggro plan, don't worry about that. That's
backup.
Wait, what is Consul's Lieutenant? What the hell is that?
Consul's Lieutenant is a 2-mana 2/1 first strike, renown. When it attacks, if it's renowned, other creatures you control get +1/+1.
Man. Like, go way back in time to when we were a white deck and we're like, yeah!
Yeah, we would be very happy with that pick to go with our white-blue.
I really hate that Zendikar's Royal is there and does not have the word landfall on it.
That is incredibly annoying, because that is landfall. That's what it is.
Like, having Vinelash or Kudzu exist, fine. Zendikar didn't exist yet, whatever. But to have, like... like, Zendikar is real, man. You're even calling it out in the card itself.
Yeah, it's called...
You know, Warhorn is an artifact.
But this thief is very good.
That thief is way too good.
Right.
That thief knows Kung Fu.
That thief doesn't... She does know Kung Fu. Like, that she's got, like, the wires and everything. Like, she can do a lot of flips. She could probably bounce off the bird and... Look, I really like Scroll Thief. Like, I'm completely fine with Scroll Thief as a card. And,
Man, Scroll Thief plus Prowess, is this really working?
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez. So, Meteorite and Separatist Void Mage.
Yeah, that's really the question here, ain't it? Because Separatist Void Mage is... is enter hell. And I kind of want to do that. The rock is an artifact. Yeah.
Yeah, let's pick the Void Mage. I believe.
The card's quite strong. And, well, here's the thing. If we set up Shadow Flame Conjuring with Separatist Void Mage, we actually can infinite loop.
Hey, there's a Majoring Bully.
Yeah, okay, I'll take another 2.
What does Psychic Rebuttal do?
This is the 4th most winning card in the entire set, according to statistics, because over the course of 58,000 games, in games where Psychic Rebuttal was cast, the caster won 64% of them. It was cast in 14 of those 58,000 games.
I see.
Yeah.
Uh,
This card's also fine. Because, Falter on a 4/4. But Majoring Bully.
Hey!
For all those artifacts, well, yeah.
It has haste.
Quite honestly, if we actually do have things going that can get out of control very quickly.
Right,
also...
like, I mean, if the Thopter spy network actually ever turns on, then yeah. Here's a top deck for you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it can't go to the dome, but, like, even if we can do it for 1 or 2, we can bounce, something out of the way. And with Flame Shadow Conjuring.
Yeah. So many ETBs.
I like that I can just say end with Flame Shadow Conjuring on basically every creature. I don't want anything in this pack.
Not even a calculated dismissal?
3 mana Monolink.
I paid as much mana as you.
Yep. Uh-huh.
How about Naga Valor and Akros, because that's...
I'm gonna grab the counter so we have one for our board in case of...
Oh, yeah, like some huge I tap all my mana and do this.
Yo,
Wow. We have 2 Scrapskin Drakes. I can pass up the third for a second Sigiled Starfish.
Well, especially looking at our 3s are a bit filled, so I think we're good there. But Sigil Starfish, that makes the deck run. Also, like, again, blue is quite open. With Water Courser and Scrap Skin Drake still here. Uh-huh.
I want to say that Cleric of the Forward Order shouldn't still be here.
I'm just gonna...
I don't see us ever casting Bone to Ash.
How about one Chandra's Fury?
Damage to target player at... Yep, alright.
It's our Lava X.
Ever. Sure. I could see myself ever casting that spell. Man. Oh, jeez. Now, Negate is a primo sideboard card.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Okay.
So yeah, bad news. We didn't get very many artifacts.
Right. The Thopter Spy Network might not actually be even in the deck, if we put it that way. Also...
Okay, well, put...
I just want to show off this not trusty machete card.
Okay, so I want you to put Prism Ring out, Veteran Sidearm, Reclusive Artificer, and Thopter Spy Network in a pile. Because I think those are a unit.
Honestly,
maybe even Reclusive Artificer isn't part of that.
Actually, like, Veteran Sidearm might be just fine with, like, Majoring Bully and Jesse and Thieves.
Like, well, sure, but right now I think of those 3 as, like,
yeah,
one bit together. And the only other thing we have backing up is Whirler Rogue, which is making the deck in any scenario.
Right, so let me... Yeah,
because that card is crazy.
Quite obvious. So let's go ahead and put those 3 in a pile. I think we should start cutting out a couple of the more unnecessary pieces.
Magmatic Insight can probably go away thanks to having 2 Sigiled Starfishes.
Yeah, if we didn't...
I really want Screeching Scob to go away. I think we do have enough good 2s. Maybe Maritime Guard before Screeching Scob.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also thinking we could cut one of our 3s.
doubles of everything.
Right.
How about double water courser then?
That was the one I was thinking of as well. Like,
Because I would rather have Scrapskin Drake than that. Probably.
mostly gonna call Chandra's Fury a sideboard against the Thopter player.
Let's remove Bone to Ash as well. Because that seems pretty free.
I don't feel as bad on that as you are. Like, I feel like I'd be fine playing one copy as 23.
We're at 27.
I'm aware, but the package over here is 3 cards, and that brings us to 24.
I see.
Which I think, like, we only have like 2 artifacts. We can't make the Thopter Spy Network actually function. We would have to draw Whirler Rogue, which is fine on its own. Also with the Flame Shadow Conjuring, which I am playing because we have, like, look at the 4s here. Like, okay, cool, 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 cool. And then even, like, copying things like Thief, or, like, every creature we draw from that point on, we just get a free attack with immediately.
Yeah, you get to give it haste.
Are we trying to win with damage or tutelage? Both. Tutelage is just the... this card alone, if we can get into a stalled board state, wins the game quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm really hard on 5 mana do nothing enchantments. 3 mana do nothing enchantment though, that's a little more appealing.
So
okay, I think you can cut the package. I don't see a way to.
I think I'm gonna do.
At the very least, cut Reclusive Artificer. That's the part of the package that doesn't work at all.
Right, it's just a bad haste creature.
Yeah.
And the Spy Network. So let's cut those 2. The sidearm I'm still thinking of just fine, because, like, just throwing it on Scapskrin Drake or Mage Ring Bully is, like, decent.
Having only 1 equipment is probably okay. If we were, like, overloaded for equipments, I'd cut them.
Well, especially, like, well, I guess more relevantly, prowess, 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 prowess.
Oh, we have a nuts amount of prowess. How'd that happen?
We're the Kung Fu squad, alright?
It keeps happening. I can't help but draft Kung Fu every single set.
The Kung Fu is strong.
4.
Funnily enough, that Ravaging Blaze only has exactly 2 instants and sorceries in the entire deck to turn it on.
That's a little harsh. I think I'll still be okay with it just, like, killing someone.
Well, it can't hit a player unless it has the...
Well, okay, a creature then.
Yeah, so it's a Heat Ray. And I'm actually still willing to play Red X for Heat Ray.
No way, I want to win with tutelages. Tutelage is going to be hot.
Well, look, if we're in one of those games where we have, like, you know, we keep a 4-lander and then just draw 20 lands, like, this does have looting on it.
What if we only have 16 lands in our deck, thanks to 2 Sigiled Starfishes? And maxing out at 5.
I think we still need to cut a land, another card. Like, the extra lands matter enough in here. Like, we do have an X spell. The tutelages can get rid of extra lands. I guess the question is, what's the final cut? Gnome, you're going to say that every single time Prowess is printed. How much do I care about Scab Clan Berserker? Is actually a question.
Kind of hard to cast.
The double red is the part that gets me.
We'll bring it in against the opponent who has a ton of non-creature spells. And then make sure that it doesn't die to the meteorite that it punishes them for playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it solely on the double red, because this is something that, you know, this is something that, like, I can cast on, like, 8 land.
All right, I would be prepared to, like, board out Ravaging Blaze and put in Artifact Plan. I'm totally ready for that. I need even like Prism Ring.
You know, if I do,
If you have Prism Ring and
that's
what's it called? Shadow
this,
Flame Conjuring.
this, and like Maritime Guard.
What, no Thopter Spy Network.
We could technically be mono blue, is what I'm saying.
Mm. I'm not really thrilled about mono blue. What if we start out mono blue and then like board into red? Can we be mono blue but splash for Shadow Flame Conjuring?
Honestly, this is the only reason I want to be red right now. Like, this is
Seriously.
it. Like, I think that mono blue is the technically better choice, and I'm not going to do it. Mostly because the more I realize that we only have 5 red cards, like these cards get a lot worse if we can't play them on 2. Our red does not have our removal because Ravaging Blaze is kind of bad compared to Claustrophobia and Turn to Frog as far as removal goes. Just based on mana cost. But yeah, if we went mono blue, it would be something like Prism Ring naming frickin' blue, and we just life every time we play blue, and then it's Water Courser, Bone to Ash, because I think that's like the 23rd, and Maritime Guard replaces a 2-drop. And we have 3 artifacts in the entire deck. What if we just do this and board into the... God, it's the Shadow Flame Conjuring. That's the one card in here I want.
I'm telling you, Singleton Shadow Flame
I'm gonna try this.
All right.
Add basics.
We don't need lands. Who needs lands?
So our early game is literally Sigiled Starfish. Water Coursers look kind of cool.
We have a lot of blocks. We have a lot of 3 toughness creatures. We have almost nothing but 3 toughness creatures.
That's actually that's actually like elementally what we have is.
Yeah. Okay, so like Void Mage, Whirler Rogue. Technically not 3 toughness, but like everything else.
Gnome, I have no idea what you're talking about. And not like in the sense that I know what moment you're referring to, but I don't think that's biting me in the ass in any way. Like, I don't care about... It's not the mana base that I care about too much. It's the fact, like, one Evolving Wilds isn't going to, like, instantly... This person has spaces in their name, by the way.
Prada Gucci.
Yes.
Goodness. All right, Owl Bite. Who's that Pokemon? No, I don't want a Yahoo search. This is what it's like having a new computer. I want to that search. Let's see.
I see 2 lands in Sigiled Starfish.
Challenge.com/cube6182.
What did... Ooh, Bonded Construct.
Also getting a lot of false positives, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Oh, if you control another elf.
Yep,
oh, wow.
yep.
I thought that guy was insane.
No.
Because he's just kind of okay.
God.
Guard holds him off.
Yeah.
I don't think we super need the starfish right away. It's like you can't even attack with your guy, even if you could attack with him. That
Right.
sounds fine to me. Oh, we're fighting Prada Gucci.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad I looked him up. He has had some success in a cube thing that I was
Okay.
able to find.
And grasp of the high. All right, great. That's actually exactly what I wanted my opponent to do. I was kind of hoping that they would play something like this, just because it makes Separatist Void Mage a lot better. I'm
But
going
now
to
we'll
take.
play
Wait,
it an elf.
yeah. Okay. If I play Sigiled Starfish here, I'll have a blocker for Bonded Construct, because he'll tap the Maritime Guard. If I play Scapscrin Drake, I will not have a blocker, and he'll have to take a little too much damage. But yeah, so luckily I'll just be able to bounce this, and that won't be too bad. That was the card I was hoping that they would play. Outside of taking 8 damage from it.
Right.
That's not the best, but also we have our top end, so that's good.
Did we end up putting that that life gain artifact on our deck?
We did.
I'm happy about that.
It exists in our deck.
Now Hornet Sting! Sting your starfish. Nasty.
I sure am glad I'm getting rid of his tap ability here.
Wow, no kidding. Whip!
Because that hitting me would be quite bad.
Still no other elves.
Yep. Yes, I would like to use this. And then Sigiled Starfish gets to start doing its job.
Sweet. Got draws for days.
So we just have to deal with the Castilian. What's he got here?
He's got reasons why we were not able to find our artifacts.
Basically, that's what I'm hearing. And then we scry one.
Do you want to draw Veteran's Sidearm? This or Island is what I'm asking, I guess.
Yeah. I kind of want this because then it turns on the Thopter thing later.
Yeah. Sure.
Also, it lets me go play sidearm, equip sidearm, leave turn to frog up, which I think is important.
Sounds good to me.
So, put on top of library.
A Warren machete.
Yeah.
Down to only the nub.
All right. Then the question is, where does this go? Separatist?
I mean, he asked her to attack with the ram roller. That would at least make a trade for him. It would make him think twice about attacking with his Vigilance 2/3 as well. Do
Right. That's more the thing I'm interested in as well.
you want to be rammed and rolled? I mean, and also, since he has to attack with it, we get to, like, turn it into a frog or whatever.
Yeah. It removes all text this card has.
He would be allowed to not attack with it.
Yes. You are correct. But yeah, drawing the spy network now would be really nice because, we now control the artifact.
So like Might of the Masses could get around our trick.
Yeah.
Of course, he's also deciding whether he wants to attack with more stuff, which is exciting.
Okay, so...
I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, now we just have to figure out where our blocks go. So I think it's just straight?
Looks good to me.
And then wait for my opponent to show their trick?
He's got to be planning something.
Right, there's a trick here.
Like he's just, what, reinforcing the ram roller?
Yeah, like Might of the Masses, perhaps, on Citadel?
It would be just giant growth.
Uh-huh. The other thing is, once we kill off this bonded construct, the ram roller looks a lot less intimidating.
Oh man, how does that interact with Turn to Frog, actually?
Not the way we want.
Dang.
Like, it becomes a 1/1 and then has that, if I remember my, okay, I'm sitting here thinking.
Okay, out of this, Ram Roller gets to live, Bonded Construct does not.
Yeah.
Ram Roller would revert to being a 2/3. It's not as impressive.
And if I frog this, it makes it a 4/4, so I still lose that fight. So, we're okay here. And then we see if my opponent has second trick. Okay. Orchard.
So really, we just traded his Bonded Construct for our Separatist Void Mage.
And a Might.
Hmm.
Oh, well, this makes Scap's Skin Drake look good. Alright. And one of his cards in hand is that bear. Scry.
I'm really upset that Orchard Spirit runs past Scrapskin Drake.
This is actually not a card I want with the... At this point, I don't think.
The Owl, considering we have bigger Owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's put that on bottom.
Let's draw an island.
I would like that because it'd be Drake equip and leave up turn to Frog. And we will... Where do we want to equip this? Starfish?
Honestly, yeah, I don't think it matters all that much.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's a fight we now win, so... I like this. This is good. This is a good fight we've got on our side.
It's not a fight that can ever happen.
Oh.
Orchard Spirit. Oh no!
Whoa! Dang, your equipment looks a lot better than mine. Shit. Oh. All right.
Well, it's a very expensive shock.
Well, +2/+0 is the part I'm caring about.
Yeah.
Wah! Throwing knife. Yeah. He's doing the good old, you think that's a knife?
This is a knife.
This is a knife. Oh, more importantly,
yeah.
It's an artifact.
Suddenly larger.
Yeah. He could make it 6. I want this stupid roller gone. I don't want to be crushed under the friggin' roller today.
Well, what we kind of want then is for him to equip Throwing Knife on Ram Roller and ram on in.
And then we block with Sigiled Starfish and make it a 3/1.
He does have to attack with this thing, so...
Yeah. Oh, well, Orchard Spirit we can block. Well, actually, we
cannot.
We cannot block. Does he know that?
He might not.
Okay, good.
It's ambiguous.
I hate this. I hate this.
You know, in my set, you'd be able to block it.
Yeah, I
Hell, I
know.
think I even have a cloud elemental in my set.
I love this. I hate this. I love this. This scrap skin. This Drake. It's just too much.
Maybe he's appreciating his ram roller one last time before sending it into the fray.
Again, that Orchard
Perhaps
Spirit.
pulling up a wiki on the interaction between Orchard Spirit and Cloud Elemental.
Yeah. I'm loving this. It's incredibly... Again, our opponent has one unknown card in hand because we know the 2/2 elf, which is a non-card to me. Like, doesn't matter at all. Capital, whenever this attacks, it gains flying until end of turn. That's another card in Kaz's set.
Yep. I have one of those. Hell, I have one that has flying while it's tapped.
Hmm.
I really like that one. Orchard Spirits can't block each other. I guess they have too much respect. Like, have you ever seen a fruit fight? Manifestly not. You, like, put two fruits on the table, and it's like apples and oranges. They can't fight.
Is my opponent here?
I don't know. Are we here?
Are we here? Is this real?
I really think that he's asking the internet about Scratchkin Drake, and he's trying to remember the name of Cloud Elemental, which he cannot because no. All right. Now he's actually gone.
Yep.
Oh, and he's back.
Okay. Yeah, because our opponent has a space in their name, which is not allowed by the current client. That's why I brought it up. This person must...
you don't think that's causing him connection problems?
I don't.
That would be beautiful.
I don't think that's causing him connection problems. Like I want to believe that can't be like a thing.
Please, they would end up cheesing off like 10 people. I think they would do it. I think they would be willing to not fix that particular bug, or at least put it like lower down on the list, just until they can get like morphs to stop disconnecting people, or like revealing a card from your hand or library.
Oh my god. I can't believe that was a bug that like you would attack with Goblin Guide and your opponent and it would just be like, oh nope, it's dead.
Scry causes your opponent to disconnect. Oh man, I'm gonna scry every turn.
So,
just watch.
I have my infinite sigiled starfish combo. What I actually want on this next turn here is another land to be able to play the Jhin and leave up turn to Frog for the team pump and just be like, everyone, gets buff.
Man.
Things become frogs.
Okay.
Our opponent is here.
Finally,
our opponent lives.
The throwing knife.
Okay, to the Citadel Castilian.
Outstanding.
All right then. Jeez.
This team is pretty big.
Yeah, we kind of need to deal with it. The throwing knife is a really big threat, sadly.
The trade? What trade are you talking about?
Yeah, we don't have a trait on board that kills the
Here's
Citadel Castillion.
here's the kind of problem that we're facing. If we throw someone under the Citadel Castilian bus, then it at least does not become huge. We can't really effectively deal with both Ramroller and Citadel Castilian.
Right, I only have one turn to frog in hand.
And either one is too great a threat for us right now, and
Yep.
probably forever, because we don't have that much in the way of, like, I mean, we would, I guess, have to drill down to...
I think if we found another Separatist Void Mage, we could like play that equipped. Then we have a 3/3.
down to... What's it called? Claustrophobia, too. But, like, these are all 3-drops we're facing down.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous.
Again, my opponent on the... Okay, alright. They've made a move. Now do they know that they can attack with Orchard Spirit? This is important.
Okay.
Crap.
I think they finally looked it up.
Alright, so are you gonna throw the throwing knife?
I doubt it.
I would love it if you did.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we have to decide how much damage we're willing to take. And what we're willing to throw away.
I don't think we should be willing to take too much damage because of Orchard Spirit.
Right.
Guess. I mean, we will probably be able to block him starting next turn.
Well, then he
If
can
he
move
doesn't- Right. If he doesn't, like, land Celestial Flare. That kind of nonsense.
So... I'm thinking the Ram Roller is what I actually want to remove from the table because it's the most actual power.
And then chump the Castilian?
Yeah, Maritime Guard goes away. Sigil Starfish blocks the Ram Roller.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, the choice is what creature I'm killing, and it's gonna be this one. So we're gonna turn you to frog, because that'll make it a 1/1. Actually, thinking aloud here. Well, also, if we ever get to 2, throwing knife just kills us too. You know, because that's what the card does.
I mean, he has to attack with the creature, but I think he'll be able to do that.
Yeah. Alright, so that's a 1/1, and then we just go ahead and... Because I could throw away the Starfish, but...
Oh, no, it's
no
way
way.
too valuable.
No way.
It draws us into whatever we need.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and do that. Yep, because we can't do that. Yeah, I do wish I had, like, mass turn to frog, but... Sudden spoiling ain't a card I have. Sudden spoiling is 0-2, I guess, but... So... Let damage resolve, we take 2, and let's go ahead and scry.
A thief.
Is that a card that assists us?
Well, at this point, she's kind of relegated to chump blocker for Citadel's Castilian.
Which means I think we need to bottom it to search for something more reasonable.
Yeah.
Even if it does draw us land.
Yep.
We have to do it in the...
Oh. Ha
All right.
Suddenly.
Okay. Now the question is, I can't play Soulblade Jin and Disperse. I can just play Soulblade Jin and pass, or play Soulblade Jin and equip and pass.
I would probably convince him to not attack with the Orchard Spirit. I imagine you would still send with the Castilian. We end up taking 4 because I don't see us trumping with the Starfish in that scenario either.
Yeah.
But it sets us up for we get to disperse his huge creature and set up favorable blocks for us. This also presumes that he doesn't have a better way to interact.
Yeah. I could move the sidearm as well, but I don't see that being relevant.
Mighty Leap still adds 2 power to his guy, as does Hunt, whatever.
Well, I guess does the toughness on this matter at all? Honestly, not really.
Yeah, probably not. Let's move it over. Hey, he wished for a sword. How about that?
He can only grant 1 wish. Alright, and also Scrap Skin Drake gets to attack.
Heck, maybe we should have given him the sword.
Yeah, you might be right. That's an extra point of damage. Because I am attacking there. My hope is my opponent moves the throwing knife over here. And by hope, I mean that's the most likely scenario out of my opponent. You know? Like, they move it over here so they can attack for 4 in the air. Alternately, maybe they draw live. Like a grasp of the Hieromancer or whatnot. Uh-huh.
Who needs more than 4 lands, really? That's how our opponent is beating us. They just...
Yep. Now the question is, do I block believing my opponent has Titanic Growth? If my opponent has Titanic Growth, they would use it, kill my Soulblade Jin, and then I would probably lose this game anyway. So, I'm going to assume my opponent does not have that card. Because I don't believe I could beat it. I mean, the outcome would be similar, is, I guess, the...
I mean, we even still have a way to interact with that line.
Yes.
So that's
luckily, that wasn't the line. Feeling good about that.
Finally gonna play that elf? No.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, he is!
Scry 1. Scry 1 finds us. Bottom of deck.
Yeah, we've been getting some money out of Sigiled Starfish. Oh,
Ooh.
Baby.
Okay, so that's a prowess trigger, which is at least extra damage immediately. Which I believe I will use.
Yep. Yeah, not blocking the Scrap Skin Drake, so... I don't think we have enough of a life cushion to attack with the Jin, though.
We would get pretty quickly murdered, I believe.
But we still have Disperse up. Look at it.
Like, I know this is 9 damage.
Yeah, we can't immediately double it. That's
right.
That's my only worry.
Well, not only can we bounce knife as a trick, we can just play this as a prowess. Like, that's the more relevant thing to me. Probably should have moved the blade. No. Never mind. This is correct here because I want this to be big enough to. Okay, I feel pretty confident in this decision. I was thinking about moving the sidearm so that it's over here, and then we block here, but then I would have to trade there, and I don't like that. Because what this is likely is block with Soul Blade, block with Starfish, and bounce whatever the third creature is that I don't block. Probably the Castilian, because that's the most expensive for him to replay.
Yep. Blood. Will he ever throw the knife? I mean, we don't have a 2 toughness creature, and we're never going to, so... yeah.
So these are the blocks.
Seems good to me.
Specifically because bouncing that is more effective for me. Then we wait for our opponent to see if they want to do anything. They do not. So we go ahead and bounce a Castilian, which prowess is our team, so we win that fight.
Boop. You've been dispersed.
Mm-hmm.
Like an unruly mob.
So
finally,
now
our mighty Jin was able to deal with a puny Grey Ogre.
Yep, we finally got his flying threat off the table, which is quite honestly the thing that scared me the most out of everything our opponent had.
Replays and equips.
Oh, land.
Oh,
and
land. Ha!
Okay. All right.
Hey, cool. I can dig.
Let's scry one. Not a card we want. Put on the bottom. And, yep. So we get some cards out of our opponent.
Angel's Tomb. What?
That's that card from...
Boo. Not happy about Angel's Tomb.
Alright, so, trying to think what we want here. Have looting mana, so that's good. The biggest issue is going to be, like, he equips the throwing knife to one of these two, and I'm forced to block it with Soul Blade.
Yeah.
And then... because he'll equip here, attack, I block, he hits me for 2, I go to 4, this is dead, this isn't on, I lose my soul blade, so I have like 2 turns to find a creature on the ground, so I don't just lose here. My opponent's out of hand, so we're just going to attack for Scrap Skin Drake.
And then secretly mill our opponent out as we draw the second Sphinx's tutelage.
And then, yep. Other problem is that knife, if we ever get to 2, that knife could just finish us. So, Alchemist Vial...
Oh, jeez.
Nice draw there, buddy.
This is why we didn't see any artifact. The jerk.
We're not dead, but that's bad.
This is a quick throwing knife.
Yeah. We're not dead this turn. We are almost dead this turn. The biggest issue is that I have to block with, like, I have to let both of these get renowned. And then also, you know, the fact that I have to go to 2 against a throwing knife is probably not that good either. So, yeah. I'm just... Yep. He actually should just have me dead right now if he sacks the throwing knife.
Jin can't block.
Well, like, if he sacks it, it's 2/2/2, and I just die. Alright. I'll take a turn. That's fine. I accept your. Do I scry before I loot?
That's a good question.
Anyway, let's move to walkers.
I mean, that's just more information for us, right? I guess the question is, do you think you will bottom with the scry? And that's the coin toss. You know?
We'll scry then loot.
The frustrations of fighting a blue mage.
You're a bit too slow.
It's quite a shame.
So
At the beginning of your upkeep,
Yep.
we will never live that long.
Yep. All right. And renown triggers.
Useful.
We milled Gaia's Revenge, Vastwood Gorge, or Forest. Let's get some more information out of our opponent. Forest. Okay.
Milled into the action.
Man, that Alchemist vial was extremely vile.
It was pretty timely. The throwing knife itself was kind of huge.
Yep.
Us not having a 3/4 blocker, basically. It's like...
Yeah, basically. Can you please sort correctly? Yes, okay. Alright, anything I don't want. I don't even know how much I care about Scrap Skin Drake here, if it can't actually block his flyer, which is hilarious, but it's still a flyer.
Right. I mean, alternatives being like, what, negate, calculated dismissal.
Yeah, there's not a ton that's, like...
Send to sleep, maybe?
We're never
like
getting
even, well, even just buying a little time can help out.
So, like, cut a Scrap Skin Drake for a Send to Sleep?
I mean, when you say it that way, it sounds horrible, but...
Yeah. Because we have...
Like, I think in that game specifically, negate would have served us better than Scrapskin.
So let's do that. I don't know if it's better, but let's try it. Yes, I'd like to play first.
Early Sphinx's tutelage, eh?
And a separate... I'm interested to see where this leads. I don't know if it's good. I'm just interested to see where it leads. Like, this buys time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we got rolled by some powerful 3-drops.
Oh, this is most definitely not like a great keep against an aggro deck, no. But wiggles eyebrows.
Not what I wanted to see.
I'm okay with 6 land because that's the looting. Our opponent missed a land drop.
And then when to loot away. Hooray.
bonus file. All right. All right, more land. That's good.
Hey, Orchard Spirit's gone. All right.
That's good. We're good. This is fine.
Wait, how much does that mill?
2 cards, and then if it mills 2 cards of the same color, it repeats.
Ew.
Okay, throwing knife is here. Alright, good. Alright, so there's our 9th land, but we have looting on, so...
Gonna be able to upgrade these islands pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of cool.
And here's our opponent actually playing something. More artifacts.
Jeez. The jerk. We could have turned our thing on. All Separatist Void Mages. All the way down. Oh my
god! Alright! Hell is real and you're in it! Welcome to hell! So, 33 flyers here. Why did I have to choose target opponent there? Okay. So, Void Mage, Jesse and Thief, and Equip. Mostly because Jesse and Thief says draw a card on it, so I want it in play.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Watch him, like, crack the vial to stop Jesse and Thief from attacking.
I'd do that. I'd do that all day.
Yeah, Ophidian plus Sphinx's tutelage times 2 is the real mill.
All right. Let's move on. So let's take our information. Bonded Construct, Griffin, Totem Guide, Heartbeast, Vastwood Gorger.
Totem Guide Heartbeast. What is that grabbing?
That is grabbing. We've seen his Grasp of the Hieromancer.
Yeah.
Angel's Tomb, Throwing Knife, Alchemist Vial. So, if we sort by CMC,
well, if we just know that he's going to be mana screwed all the time, Calculated Dismissal looks pretty good.
The more I see more Orchard Spirits, the less I like Scrapskin Drake, especially when Angel's Tomb is his card. Like,
yeah, it's not quite big enough or
Calculated Dismissal worth keeping in.
Interaction, occasional prowess triggers.
Or maybe just Send to Sleep. Is Send to Sleep good enough?
Well, we did put in Negate, so
Yeah.
we'll have a better chance of having...
I'm gonna bring that in. Let's do it.
It's more of a surprise. Scrapskin Drake, not so much of a surprise.
Oh, I'll never claim that was a real game. No, like, we kept a 5-land hand that turned into a 9-land hand, but you know.
I don't think I ever would have kept that top 10. Then again, and this is how we make our bread.
All right, we're here again. This is the world we live in again. This is the world we live in again. Okay.
A reach creature. We scared him into it. Wait, isn't that a weaker spore cap spider?
Yes.
Huh.
So he gets to attack us for 3 here. And then I get to play Separatist Void Mage to bounce his Hitchclaw Recluse.
Yo, Mighty Leap is gone.
That's good.
Also Vastwood Gorger, but I don't think we would have cared about that so much. Yeah. Bounce that dude.
He also missed his land drop and a color. So, there's that.
Oh no, Rogue's Passage.
Rogue's Passage.
He'll be able to attack us through the passage. That's a pretty good card.
Feel like we're on Soulblade Jin turn.
It's pretty big.
Beefy.
Kind of mighty.
Fairly huge. White is here. Citadel Castellan.
Pre-combat. Okay.
Ooh. That mills, by the way, on the draw. Alright, so let's just leave up. Like, yeah, let's just leave this up.
Cool. 2 spells? Yeah.
No, that was definitely last year. I'm 100%.
Please be your hugest creature.
I
Deal.
accept. I accept.
Also, I know Kung Fu. Also, you mill too.
Also, you mill too. Oh, by the way, you mill too. Gotta play Water Corsair as just a creature here?
Can you play it as anything else?
Well, I mean, I could do nothing.
Right. You could mill more aggressively.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Oh yeah, Tutelage is being played in a very interesting standard deck. This is actually a standard deck, by the way, that won a Grand Prix last weekend. You want to know what card makes it?
The red one that's like drop a land, draw 2.
Yeah, that'd be the one. And also, Treasure Cruise is pretty good with it.
Oh my god. Yeah, alright.
So I've heard. Also, like, it gets to play Anger of the Gods as, like, a sweeper, and, you know.
He's sending him through the passage? Oh my god. Oh, you poor man.
Do I want to bounce that, or do I just take 2?
Take 2 gets huge.
And then bounce it
kinda
later?
I kind of want to bounce it now because he can't do anything with his mana this turn.
That's fair. He can't replay it, and it'll take him 2 turns to get back set up with it.
Yeah.
At which point Sphinx's Tutelage is gonna call the game. Claustrophobia, that's nice.
Huh. Kind of rude. Yeah, it strikes me that we have some powerful creatures at our disposal.
Yeah, I'm not even attacking. I'm playing the Sphinx's Tutelage is going to win this game. I'm not... I have no... That's how I'm winning. I'm not winning through damage, so I'm not going to attempt to win through damage.
White and green have a lot of enchantment removal, though. He might have
I know.
done something, and I think we're leaving damage on the table here.
That's fair.
You're running scared of a spider, man. Oh no! He's got a grasp. His creature that can, in most occasions, not attack.
Mm-hmm. He likely has Might of the Masses here.
Oh, tapping our water courser, huh?
So I'm making this block alone. I'm not throwing the Soul Blade in here because I don't want Might of the Masses to get me, which is what he's representing very hard.
+2/+2.
It's enough to win it's enough to win the combat because I can't cast anything, and it's in his hand. 100%.
Hey, Prism Ring!
I don't think I'm playing it, oddly enough.
What, really?
I need a card to loot.
Don't want to gain life against this guy?
Well, my thought process is I want to play Claustrophobia on the turn, and I want to loot. And that costs 9 mana.
Alright. You don't have a Djinn. Who has a Djinn?
Djinns are fake. I'm just gonna... I mean, if I draw a land, I'll discard the Prism Ring. I'm fine with discarding that, but I want to have a card to discard, is really the thought. So this should be Citadel Castellan with a Rogue's Passage, right?
The Rogue.
Yeah.
Maritime Guard's like a chump blocker.
Yeah.
Prism Ring is an artifact that we've just thrown away for our, like, Thopter thing.
Alright. Well, this game, he's at 5 cards in deck.
Yeah. Man, we should have kept Artificer's Intuition in if milling was part of our main line.
Yeah, right? I guess I didn't even think of that. He has 5 cards left in deck. All I need to do is use Tutelage. He'll go to 1 card, and then he has 1 turn to win. So we immediately loot here.
Veteran's Sidearm.
Discard the land and play Maritime Guard. Now he has 1 card left in deck. So can you beat me here? Right now. This is it. By the way, this card is actually quite good and limited.
The decks are smaller, huh?
Yeah. We did it.
Outstanding. And we get to see his whole deck.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all here.
Well, you know what I can tell you? What can I tell you about his hand? Yes. He's probably got some Orchard Spirit one of his hand. He's probably got, yeah. Let's return to data. They're definitely the last game to finish.
Man, oh man.
But yeah, when you make a 5-mana do-nothing enchantment 3 mana, it becomes a little more powerful.
The games that it dominated, it came down on 3.
Right.
Oh, Elixir of Immortality up his sleeve. Chill. Tell me that's not real.
Squirrel Token, I think it actually was impossible for him to win that turn. 4 cards in hand, 6 mana. It would cost him 5 to turn on the Rogue's Passage in order to hit us. So, like, he has 1 mana left, maybe 2 if he has a land, so then it has to be, like, double Might of the Masses, which hits us for 10 damage, which is 4 less than our life total. And that's the best I can come up with there. I guess if his hand was, like, more Ornithopters, I guess we would lose, but Ornithopter's not a card.
Yep, double Ornithopter, Forest, Might of the Masses.
Mm-hmm.
Got it right there.
Nah,
Ornithopter would be way too good in this set. Man.
The Thopter blocker. All 4 cards were Might of the Masses. None of his creatures has none of the creatures he has had trample is more relevant, I think. Extra Might. Might of the Masses is quite good, by the way. Hey, alright, we're fighting Kiosk Man 2, who's Jace.
Oh, no. It's one of those people on this in the mall who like try to give you free samples of things.
Oh.
2-card Starfish. Keep.
Also, opponent sent me a message.
Hi, good luck. Thanks.
So, Starfish, here's the cool thing. That's real, right?
The powerful thief.
You gotta make... Ooh, dragon fodder. Uh-oh.
Just passed them all away. Block those gobos.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty powerful man. I like him.
Yep. I think land is good here.
Looks pretty good to me. We already have a lot of gas.
Yeah. Now, I could just attack with a thief?
And he double blocks. I guess inviting the turn to frog.
Right. He either trumps with a goblin, which I'm fine with. I would be fine with trump with a goblin. Like, prowess makes this card a lot more dangerous. Trump with a goblin? Alright. This lets me leave up Bone to Ash. Which I do want.
It's this Zendikar Elemental. It's Nissa Ash.
Yeah,
Nope.
Nope. Planeswalkers are cool. Nope. So this is quite good, especially with getting the 5th land there. Because Nissa's -2 is make a 4/4, +1 is draw a card. If it's a land, put it into play. And its -7 is never happening, but none of those are recurring, so... And we're not scrying because I need to be able to block the Sergeant.
Neato.
Again, I'm actually fine with that.
Still pretty fine with that. Yep. Void Mage could assassinate a goblin.
Yeah, Nissa is extremely strong. That's a very good card. Now, hopefully, again, this is a trump block. Okay. And now it's...
You have defeated Dragon Fodder.
Good
job.
So now it's Ring Warden time. I'm fine tapping out because I have a Void Mage to kind of work with here. The most dangerous thing he could likely do would be like +2/+2 fight.
Instead he did nothing. Let's scry!
Thank you. Would have forgot. Now this is I think where we can put this on the bottom.
Yeah, we don't have anything that costs 6. It's planning for multiple plays. Jeez.
I think this is also a veteran sidearm turn. Prowess. And then I could equip this onto the thief? I think I'm gonna go thief. My thought here is that he could have Titan's strength, Titan's might, Titan's
Yeah, I
fall,
think
Titan's...
it's just Titan strength.
Yeah.
+3/+1, scry 1.
Yeah, that's the one.
He held up 1 red mana last turn.
Alright, then we get draw a card.
Oh, disgusting.
Card advantage. Alright, Sigiled Starfish, you gotta hold down the fort for a little while. Can you do it?
Something big. Yeah!
No, that's probably Separatist Void Mage doing some work.
Heck yeah.
Now I do want this. Thank you, Sigiled Starfish. Because I want to play Void Mage and leave up the frog. So let's go ahead and remove Rock's Mauler from the equation. Yes. And then the owl beats continue.
Jeez, talk about owl beats.
This is going comically well. Like, if I could describe the best case for how our deck functions, this is it, right? Like, tempo control with, like, prowess creatures. And this is the Rock's Mauler coming back down.
Leaving up the lightning strike.
Ooh. Well, I mean, Sigiled Starfish's job is to block here. It is the job of all starfishes to go into the tank. Cool.
That was weird. Why did he only now start body checking us? Man, do we even need that?
Do I need to show that to my opponent?
I mean, it would give you a prowess trigger right away. Might be relevant.
But do I need to show that to my opponent? Is, I think, the actual
well,
question.
think of it this way. We have it so flimsily put together that he'll overboard.
Yeah, okay. I accept!
Starfish must die!
Yeah, this is definitely giving our opponent false information. Now I like it. Like, hey...
You're doing opposite work. This is how it happens. I'll just chip in anyway.
Oh, yeah, this is everybody in. Like, if he doesn't block the thief, I turned a frog anyway.
It's one more damage.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So we showed our
machine.
We have given our opponent true information. Now he's gonna board in artifact destruction for Prism Ring. Honestly, I feel pretty good about... Why does it keep sorting like this?
I don't know.
It keeps doing that sort by default when it... Okay. Like, I want it to do CMC sort like it always does. We played Spy Network pre-combat for the prowess triggers. Negate. Is that a...
Well, Negate didn't stop Nissa.
No.
I guess he had one... He had Shock. Dragon Fodder.
I don't believe our opponent got flooded in that game. Like, our opponent certainly made land drops, but they were also making relevant plays almost every turn, with the exception of 4, I think.
The sand looks pretty spicy. No starfish to keep it all together. But man.
Right, I'm willing to try this out. We might get run down by, like, 2 drops or whatever, but...
Right, he has his little first striking Grey Ogre Grower guy before we can really handle it. I don't know what any of the cards are called now. Okay. That's a plan.
Respect, our opponent is pretty gruel.
It'll only mill him out faster. That's not even a May.
No, it's not. And here's a 4/4. No.
Sorch. I think the answer is pretty clear.
I'm sitting here thinking about just leaving up Bone to Ash.
That's asking him to play 2 little creatures.
He did show that rocks, though. And I don't think I care if he plays 2 little creatures. I just want to get this, like, value.
Okay.
I want him... like, this is a pretty damn obvious play. So he'll play around it, but...
You see, you're here trying to prove to me that Bone to Ash is just dismiss. And there he played nothing. We passed up on 4 damage. We're gonna pass up on more, apparently. Oh, he's got a hand of removal. That's the problem.
Fine.
Yep, it's the old Mexican standoff.
So that draws you a card. That also draws you a card, I suppose.
This is why we didn't see any artifacts.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and play Tutelage and the Thief here.
Sounds good to me.
Or I could play Skep. Honestly, do I just... Like, am I winning through Tutelage? Probably winning through Flyers, to be entirely honest with you.
I frankly don't know. So, double Scrapskin Drake?
Well, either that or Jesse and Thief just to block the Rune Servitor.
Because it's a thread?
Right. Or to get it down so I can draw cards off it.
Yeah. You know what? Jesse and Thief would be okay, because next turn you can drop Whirler Rogue and immediately make it unblockable if you like absolutely want the card.
So you were correct in that scenario. The Whirler Rogue would have been the better play. I was waiting for nothing.
But we really didn't know. Like, if he had like just land Rock's War... Oh, hell.
All right.
Hell.
So now he gets
Watch
to
him-
draw 2 cards off of that play.
Right, and then fiery
Fiery conclusion.
sacking our guy to destroy our owl.
Is our opponent that powerful? No, they're not that powerful. Okay. What the hell? Whirler Rogue and Scrapskin Drake.
See, now I actually am kind of concerned about our life total.
Right. I'm thinking Whirler Rogue, Scrapskin Drake, and then don't make anything unblockable. Just, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I'm winning through flying damage.
Oh, is Rock's War Monk not the car? Oh, I'm sorry. Rock's Chargers. I don't know what they call.
Rock's famous people.
Rock's famous. Yeah, Gruel.
All right.
Love it.
So we do like this block, double block on Rune Servitor or something. Do I even care?
I don't think we even care. Titanic Growth.
I am fine that's on here for him to win that fight because, like, he's not hitting me there. He has 2 instants and sorceries in his yard.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that has more text. Oh.
I'm gonna call that an interesting post-combat play. And then we just attack with the Scrapskin Drakes. Because we need to leave back the little guys as blockers. The biggest issue here is that he likely doesn't even...
Yeah, he doesn't need to play anything.
Yeah.
Ick. Maybe he'll play something anyway.
Hopefully. He probably just cracks his Foundry for 2 flying blockers. Because that's what I would do.
Yeah. Now we get to see a bunch of his deck anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, but I am a blue mage and I can waste your time.
Ha!
Hilarious.
Dragon Fodder. He has an overrun. We have gained legitimate information. So how do you feel about negate here?
I like it just fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Why?
That's the default now.
So negate in over one of those drakes.
You're going first now, though. So he really shines there.
Oh, okay. What else, though? Like, it's still, I think, the worst card. Which is...
Some ring?
that's basically there for being an artifact for the Thopter spy network.
Yeah. Like if he's killing us, it's by a ton. So I don't think the like little.
I'm gonna go with this with the calculated dismissal as well.
All right.
The overrun scares me, and I want ways to answer it. Yes, we'd like to play first, and we have our first mulligan because this hand is unkeepable.
Yeah, that Maritime Guard were a sigiled starfish, so help me. A worse hand.
All right, this is.
It's probably the best we've seen.
Yeah. Well, I guess we get to lose to Magic the Gathering, if nothing else.
Yeah, good old turn 2. Hey! It's like we were really on the, like we were really on the draw the whole time.
Hey,
Only we drew -3 cards.
That goes on the bottom. Okay, alright, and then we pass the turn. Mm-hmm. And that goes on top. And I'm going to play Sphinx's Tutelage. If we're winning this game, that's the card we're winning it with. Also going to remove our upkeep stop.
That's a really early might. What the hell?
Yeah, he would have had to discard without it.
Okay. I guess that also gives him spell mastery. You know.
Right.
Suddenly spell mastery. Can I please have the Whirler Rogue?
Yeah, you can have the Whirler Rogue here.
Look, there's nothing on 4 that he's playing that we absolutely need to counter. I say, and watch him do it anyway. How is he more screwed than we are?
He kept his 7.
Look what he just discarded.
I didn't even scry with the Starfish, but I drew Separate as Void Mage, so I don't care.
Good work.
I'm just gonna pass because this is a... Let's attack for 4.
Sweet. Wait, doesn't he just double block the thing?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That I mean, the board being clear is in our favor, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Like, the first vaguely threatening thing that he casts is getting claustrophobia.
Mm-hmm. Or countered.
Do we need to counter that?
I don't think... Well, first things first.
That lets him scry. We should totally counter it.
No. But we mill at the beginning of our turn. So it doesn't matter what he puts on top or bottom. We'll mill it when we draw our card. I'm fine with this.
Okay.
Because I want to counter something that's relevant rather than this. And we also have Sphinx's Tutelage for card selection. I'm okay with this.
Okay.
And he put a card on the bottom. Forest.
Yeah! We'll peck you to death. Tiny little thing.
1/1 flyers, you
Drone
say?
warfare.
That.
Yay, a vaguely threatening thing. It rocks maulers. Okay. I understand.
Yeah, that can get countered.
Wow, we're so close to spell mastery. It's too bad. Dispersed. Jeez. Permission much?
And then I can play Water Corsair here as well. I like our 3, like, we just have answers, you know?
It's pretty neat. Conclave. No!
I have to disperse this thing.
Alright. I'm down.
I gotta do it.
No!
No! That cannot be! This is impossible! I won't have any of this!
Yeah. Want to talk about a guy that we do not want to separate from the board.
Mm-hmm.
More lightning javelin.
I'm okay with that. I can't kill in response, so...
Attack comes back our way. 4 turns to live.
Leave back, turn to frog.
Like, not attack with your Thopters.
Anybody who's saying bounce the guy, I want you to remember what the come into play ability on the creature is. And just... That's all. So yeah, like turn to frog, block.
It would be pretty suspicious to hold back 1 Thopter.
So let's hold back both Thopters. Or I could claustrophobia it.
Yeah, that's really the choice.
I'm gonna claustrophobia it.
Let's hope he doesn't have a fiery conclusion, I suppose. Although with the enthralling victor,
Yeah.
see,
Okay.
Hey, there's a huge guy. I have a feeling he's going to be playing that again.
Yep. That one's just fine.
He's fast. He's hungry. He will gorge.
I want you to note that 10 and 10 are both the numbers here.
Now, if only he also had 10 minutes on the clock, we would be able to kill him in every way at once.
Vastwood Gorger's back.
Problem. See, I like having Turn to Frog plus Separatist Void Mage a lot more. Because, like, Turn to Frog a thing just to trade it for a Thopter is awful, but having Void Mage eat a frog is great.
I'm going to leave back all my attackers here. This is playing around enthralling Victor.
Jeez.
I've been pretty good on being able to call when my opponent's actually on these days. Okay. So, you might think that Turn to Frog is what I want to do here. It's not. Our opponent has 6 cards left in deck. We want to loot. Put him at 4 cards in deck. Draw for turn. Put him on 2 cards in deck. And, oh! The thing kicked in and got him anyway.
Yay! We double build. Sweet.
Yep.
We get to show him our Thopter spy network now.
I'm leaving up the ability to mill him again if need be, but that's not necessary.
Okay.
No,
Dream on a card that wins the whole damn game.
Yeah, this... Okay, like in... That was our mold of 5! Yosh! We pulled that
He had
one.
a really rocky start,
Yeah,
too.
I
think we were even on that.
he kept a weak 7. Like, he had to use this Might of the Masses just to discard. I think he kept all this top end, like Vastwood Gorger, Enthralling Victor, and like the Rocks Maulers, and he was just like, I'll draw into lands, and then he didn't.
And he had the 2 lands of Dragon Fodder. Life was good.
Sphinx's tutelage. Also, thank you, Starfish.
Very hardworking Starfish.
So back to data, and we're already going into the finals against Duels 21.
Wait, that doesn't come out for another, what
5
6 years? 5 or 6 years? Duels 21.
Duels 21. Yeah, absolutely. Tutelage has been doing a lot of work. It's the WinCon.
I guess we should have realized that earlier.
Everything else in the deck
Foolish me for like wanting to ever attack our opponent in the air with powerful flying creatures or anything.
With our powerful... I feel bad that Cloud Elemental is the card we're continuously having to cut just because it can't play defense. Like, that's the entire reason I cut it, is because it can't play defense. Okay, yeah, that's true. Born in the year 1921. Duels 21.
No, Mitten, I think that they're not going to have generic reprint sets like this, but what they will have is a ton more reprints in regular sets.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing not like a huge jump in reprints, but like overall a spike.
I would say, like, as much as we had in Ravnica as a very baseline, and like probably double that.
And then double might be a little high because
I think they're really ramp it up though.
Well, if you spread it across all sets of a block, it's a lot less than double. Like, Ravnica was huge, and if you just do what Ravnica did in every set, you're a lot.
Yeah, but the way that sets rotate now, it's
right
gonna be like gradually rotating out and in your staples. Maybe that's still fine, actually. Tutelage. Keep it.
Keep it. Oh man, we get to use the ring.
T1 Prism Ring. This rules.
Wear it on your dominant hand, and it will follow your lead. If you're ambidextrous, screw you.
What a crappy piece of flavor text. Just end every piece of flavor text with Jace.
Jace.
Like, hold on, back up to Prism Ring.
No. 6 feet of earth, muffles and cries. Jace.
Oh my god, that makes it so much better. We're at your dominant hand and it will follow your lead, Jace.
Come on, Jace.
Come on.
Jace.
All of these are so much better when you're just talking to Jace. Or when someone's talking to Jace. In the case of claustrophobia.
Yeah. I guess claustrophobia on Jace is a way to answer Jace so he doesn't... Well, no. Yeah, so he doesn't flip. He won't attack.
Yeah, yes, he's an activated ability that then, like, the activated ability itself counts the cards in yard.
So those Planeswalkers, with the exception of, like, Chandra and Gideon, so Liliana, Nissa, and Jace, have all seen decent standard play.
Yeah, I mean, Jace is obviously amazing.
Yeah, Liliana, there's a pretty good deck that plays Nantuko Husk of all things.
Jeez.
And like
that's a little desperate.
Well, it's like it plays Satyr Wayfinder, and like that's its like stuff to throw away.
Yeah.
And then Nissa is just like the green decks because like early it's Satyr, it's what is it, Civic Wayfinder, late game it's like a 4/4 card draw engine. But the real thing is Whip of Erebos, because Whip of Erebos with each of those Planeswalkers is has some strange interactions.
Wait, if they're not creatures anymore, you don't have to exile them?
Well, the way they flip is that they exile themselves and then come back flipped.
Oh my god, that's... Oh, because it's a replacement effect that replaces the event with the same thing, so you get to choose.
Yep.
Oh, magic.
And then when
Magic
the Planeswalker...
Gathering.
And then when the Planeswalker comes in, boom, it's unattached, and so you get to pay for and recur a planeswalker from your grave.
As if Whip of Erebos needed more going on.
All right.
What color will you choose?
So somebody said this is Kraken's Eye. There are 2 reasons that's false. For one, it's whenever I cast a spell, which makes it worse. And for 2, we actually have like a reason to play it because of the Thopter Spy Network.
All right, black, white enchantments. Here we go.
Really happy about.
What in the world?
I'm really happy with everybody in the zoo quoting like Jace flavor text. Sorry, Starfish.
Don't underestimate the aerodynamic qualities of the common goblin, Jace. For the first time in his life, Grak felt a little warm and fuzzy inside, Jace.
Alright, Thopter Spy Network. Time to turn on a Bitter Blossom. Also, we'll gain some life every time I cast spells. Alright, the power is here! So, Weight of the Underworld tells me he's an enchantment deck. Very heavily.
I don't know about very heavily. It's an alright removal spell on its own.
Okay, maybe not very heavily, but like...
But, yeah, I mean, we were kind of expecting it. Black-white is the play enchantments archetype for a couple of cards. Ah! Alright. Claustrophobia is starting to look worse.
I guess Claustrophobia just has to go on the husk then, right?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Necromantic Summons. Oh, thank God. And Grasp.
That guy was so mad that someone was taking his Grasp of the Hieromancer.
So I have to put it here because it doesn't work on any other creature.
Only half works on this one.
It does enough of a job. It prevents me from just like taking the like 8 damage that Husk can sometimes do when you get stuck in hell like that. So the other thing about the Thopters is that that's also a card draw engine. Alright, so goodbye Thopter.
Yikes!
Yikes! Opponent doesn't want any of this.
Starfish never had a chance.
Yeah. Alright, well, who cares? We get our 1/1 back. Ooh.
Nasty! Holy crap.
Alright, 1/1s are here!
The best possible card to draw. Also, we totally look like a blue artifact deck when that is the fakest signal we could possibly send.
I know. Also, look at how many... oh, by the way, each of these draws a card which triggers the tutelage.
There's no way he allows that, right? Like, he's gotta cast his what's it spell? You know the one.
Tranquility.
No. The one where they loot. You like have to pick one of everything.
Yeah, Tragic Arrogance.
Tragic Arrogance. It's gotta happen like right now.
So I'm actually going to block the Dead Bridge.
Sounds pretty good.
Because I have no cards in hand to lose. That's the only reason. Also, Infernal Scar. How about this? Does this mean my opponent's an enchantment deck?
Yep. I'll give you that.
Hey,
read the bones.
Reading the bones. Read them bones. Even if he has Languish, I still have Thopter Spy Network in play.
Thopter Spy Network Prism Ring. That's all it takes.
Oh, it's not each. It's just whenever one or more. Okay. Then it's all I need to do is connect with one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Quite insane. I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, reading cards isn't something I do too often. I just kind of assume.
I guess that would be kind of insane. Like you, You play this thing, attack with 3 artifact creatures, draw 3 cards.
We call that Bident of Thassa. Alright, so we draw a card. Oddly enough, I don't know if I actually want that Drake. Like, the looting is almost more powerful right now. Like, for my mana, not for the...
Yeah,
comps.
yeah, alright. No, I'll buy that. We have flying power already.
Mm-hmm.
But I swear to God, after this, you're putting in the Artificer's crappy divination. It's okay, they're just elves, Jace. Oh, you can't concede yet.
No, I needed to see more. So, I think we've learned a really good amount. Like, this is the card that tells us, though. That's... Also, this is a card we answer very well with bounce spells.
Man, that's rude.
Damn it.
So yeah, Artificer's Epiphany. What do you think?
How about that and, like, negate? We did see a lot of enchantments, and then we bring out the normal...
Very sorry, Scrapskin Drake. Look, if we were the... Hold on. If we were the blue-red deck and our main plan was beating down, it would be Scrapskin Drake all day.
The Cathars killed my scobs down below. Let's see how high their swords can reach, Jace.
I have a feeling that the next set that I make is going to have, oh my god, keep.
Oh my lord. The Thopter Spy Network is here. So our opponent had to have brought in enchantment removal, right? We won that game off Spy Network and Sphinx's tutelage.
Chandra doesn't have an inside voice, Jace. Man. Read the bones. So powerful. Did he top or bottom?
He put 2 cards on bottom. I'm scrying at my upkeep, by the way.
Keep.
We're good. You know, that one seems just
disgusting.
fine. God, this card's so nuts!
It's vile. That's an uncommon?
Yeah, it's an uncommon. This is a rare for good measure, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That uncommon is pretty powerful. I like how Thopter Spy Network looks like a land in its card art.
It looks like this is a Mercadian Masks land, or like, or like whatever the plane that Chandra, I forget the actual name of the plane, to be honest with you.
Is it just Girapur, or is that the city?
I think that's the city. Alright, so let's mill...
Kaladesh.
Oh, so we milled 2 black cards, so then we got to mill 2 more cards.
Sweet.
I could put down the Thopter Spy Network, or I could put down Maritime Guard. I think the Spy Network is more...
Let's spend more of our mana.
That's more what I'm thinking, because next turn I can Claustrophobia plus Maritime Guard if the need arises.
Like if he had just played Deadridge Shaman, then I might turn the other way.
So we want Sigiled Starfish to locate us an artifact. Alright. I'm taking that hit. Eye Blight's ass. That's the name of the card.
Eye Blight's ass. Sending it at us.
Yeah.
I like Infernal Scarring as a card.
Yeah, alright, so Scry... Stop.
Maybe we're just fine with that.
Now, the question is, do I, like, Claustrophobia and just wait a turn on this?
Do we need to search for any more cards, really?
I'd like an artifact.
I want the tutelage down, which means that I want you to play Maritime Guard too.
All right. I'm willing to take 4 more damage to get this going. Our opponent dies in 4 turns to this, by the way. Actually, like, much less than that, to be entirely honest. I actually can't kill this on the block. Like, I don't have the power to do that.
Right.
So I'm going to take 4 again. I'm not willing to throw away the starfish quite yet.
Well, that's kind of why I had you play the Maritime Guard. But yeah, whatever. It's fine. He'll play Hierophants, what have you. Jesse and Thief.
3 and a 3.
It says draw a card on it.
Yeah.
So, choose target opponent. In case you're pointing at the wrong game. What the hell is that?
Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 flying, and... Sorry.
Sacrifice 2 other creatures reject. Okay, and another piece of text that never does anything.
Flying is really the big thing.
Yeah. Heck, I think I designed a card like that. Only mine turned a thing into a specter. I liked that. Sacrifice 2 other creatures. Who is ever activating that?
A guy who threatened. I don't know.
A guy who cast Enthralling Victor and then copied him. Oh, God in heaven. Gideon's Phalanx, eh?
I like how he went for that sorcery speed because...
I would kill one of his guys, but does that matter?
Honestly, I'm going to loot because that mills more cards.
Alright.
So I don't care about this, I don't think. Ha. He has 15 cards left in deck. 4, 4, 4, 4 is death. As we all know.
Was that your plan all along?
I stacked the whole deck!
Oh no, he has the black and white thing. That's terrible against our color match care enchantment.
Yep. So he's gonna play +1/+1 his team on a +1/+2 his team. Slightly better than I expected.
Damn. Okay.
That doesn't kill it. So I don't care. Because I'm just trump blocking everything.
Somehow Starfish always gets killed. You have new product. Good work. Wait, it's a Nissa avatar?
Yes, it's a Nissa avatar. You get different avatars from, I think, different events. So, like, I think that's from the 8-4. Because someone had the Jace.
Oh.
Also, they changed the sort on this, too. So our packs are somewhere in here. Karn!
Yay! It's frustrated Karn. Woo!
So
okay, so yeah, if I ever see Sphinx's tutelage and I am even vaguely in blue again, I'm just gonna pick it.
Crap! Oh my god! How many of our wins can we attribute to this card?
Like
5?
6.
Like, I think, did we have 1 combat win, or did we even get a combat win?
I don't think we got a combat win. I think we got a bunch of concessions.
Oh, yeah. Our opponent conceded, but the event ends when the final match ends, so it looks like it just disappeared. So, yeah, if you're ever in blue at all, this is the card you want. Because, my god, does that end games quick. I get the big thing is like it's a win con that allows you to hold everything back. You could dedicate none of your resources to offense and everything to staying alive. Yeah. Kind of sad we didn't get like the don't be rude, Bellerin. We just want you to enjoy the view with you, Jace.
He's already basically got it in.
Yeah.
Wait, where's the fun? Where's the fun in an escape if it's not at least a little daring, Jace? Everyone's talking to Jace.
Everyone.
I love it.
So yeah, so that was Magic Origins. We won. Well, our opponent conceded. We got 8 packs of Magic Origins, which means that this entire pile of shenanigans can continue in the next couple weeks. Or we can just turn these into futures, you know? But, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's about all I have time for.
Yep, and it looks like it's about that time. So, thanks for joining, Kaz.
I had a blast.
And thanks to the zoo. Thanks for joining. Hope you all enjoyed Sphinx's tutelage. And good night, everybody.